Hi, welcome back to another TerranScapes video. This video is unique in that I wanted to announce that I have joined, I think is what you would call it, Patreon. Patreon is sort of a crowdfunding support system that has consumers of content support the artists that are producing it, and rather than be sort of a Kickstarter where all of the funding is up front, all the support is up front, it's an ongoing support system whereby the viewers of the content, George, he sees something upstairs, whereby consumers of the content determine a value for said content and support the artists at whatever level they deem appropriate. The system has you can set any support level you want. In this case, it would be per video, and you can cap the amount you would support at per month, for instance, in case I produce a ton of videos and you're like, what? I didn't want to support at this level. And part of this system is a opportunity that the content provider can interact with the supporters in a deeper way. So when you go to Patreon, if you go to my page, you will see some goals on the side. These are targets that I've set whereby if my support level reaches a certain point, I will be able to do more things. And that's really the goal of this system, really, is that I want to be able to bring more and higher quality content to my YouTube channel. And it can be difficult sometimes to get all of the content out that I would like and at the quality that I would like. So having some support would help me to move that forward. So back to the interaction between the content provider and the supporters. There are a series of rewards, if you will, whereby, depending on the level of support that you can provide, I can sort of augment your experience with TerranScapes. Well, your experience. But, basically, the way I envision it is I would be able to give more of an inside look into how things are going in the studio. Sort of like what I'm doing on Twitter, but magnified much, much more. So maybe photos of something currently going on, which I've been reluctant to do in Twitter, but I feel like I'd be a little bit more interesting in Patreon. Maybe short videos of, sort of behind the scenes, very candid mini videos, newsletters, tips and tricks, if I do more product reviews, getting my supporters to recommend or specific products that I should review. So I really want to make that a very, much more connected community than I already have with my YouTube viewers. Which is to say, that's kind of a lot, because I actually feel really connected to my YouTube viewers. There's many of you who've been following me for quite a long time. So many people have given me tips, suggestions, links to videos, links to products, there's been a lot of back and forth exchange, and it's been really valuable to me. But at this point, I realize that there is an opportunity here for me to be able to, create terrain art in a deeper way, provide better and higher levels of content, potentially, free content should I go down the road to do terrain tutorials. I really want to, and because of the time constraints, I was envisioning, having them be, for sale, like, buying installments or whatnot, but I'd much rather prefer those to be free. And so, these are the kinds of goals that I have with Patreon. So, if you followed this video this far, I just want to let you know, this is not a pressure situation. If you know me, that's not my goal. I didn't put videos on YouTube because I didn't want to market for other people, and I feel like This is a slightly better way to market in the sense that the viewers can determine that content value. So it's really up to you. And no matter what, I'm going to be doing the same level and hopefully more content for everybody on YouTube. That's my personal goal. So there's not going to be any change or anything like that. So if you are interested in taking a look at my Patreon page, I'll put a link in the description. And there is a short video there, a genuinely short video that explains it in a slightly different way, as well as an embedded video in the description that also explains how Patreon works. So you could take a look at the rewards, you could take a look at the target goals that I have, and decide for yourself. And if you're not interested in supporting me, fine, but I would recommend you go to Patreon anyway. When I was there, I actually found somebody that I knew through podcasts, and I really like her, and I thought, oh my gosh, I would support the work she's doing. So I became a patron of hers, and that's kind of nice to know that I'm supporting something I really believe in. Well, I could talk about charities, and I have lots of thoughts on that, but in terms of like, we're getting more into a personal level of support, and that's how I've always felt best about supporting, particular artists, podcasts, whatnot. So that's not only a introduction to Patreon, but also an introduction onto why I have joined it. If you have any questions or comments, of course, leave them down below, or you can email me. It's mike@TerranScapes.com. Again, I'm on Twitter, and I'm also accepting questions for a Q&A segment. So those go to TerranScapes@gmail.com. I always have to remember that. And thank you, really, for if you do consider becoming a patron of TerranScapes, really becoming a patron of the arts. It means a lot to me in a very sincere way. And hopefully I can earn your value of the content even at a higher level. So thank you once again, and I will see you again in another TerranScapes video.